How are we doing, guys? And welcome back to another video. This time we are doing frequently asked questions about traveling Mexico.
So number one is, did you feel safe during Mexico?
I felt very safe in Mexico. Not much to say really. You've got a lot of news and persona about Mexico being very dangerous in places, especially like Mexico City and up north of Mexico. But there was not really one time that I felt I was in danger. Did you?
Apart from when your phone got nicked.
Yeah, I mean my phone got pickpocketed, but that was at my own stupidity because I lost concentration. If I knew what was going on, and not saying I was drunk, which I wasn't, but big busy crowds, I was just focusing on other things, and it happens.
I feel that happens everywhere in the world. So
yeah.
But apart from that, we felt it was really safe. Number two, do you need to know Spanish to travel Mexico?
I feel like Mexico City, you might have had to know a little bit. Just the basics of, asking for the bill, asking for a drink, maybe where is this, where's that, can I call a taxi, stuff like that. But other than Mexico City, a lot of places spoke English.
I feel like it's really helpful and learn the basics, like asking for the bill, asking where stuff is. But you can get by. We didn't know any Spanish, still don't know much, but it helps massively because they spoke less English than I thought they would.
Yeah.
But a tip is just download Spanish on Google Translate offline, so you've always got it if you need to ask someone something, or they can translate it in your phone to English or whatever your language is.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. Like you say, basics, I'd say definitely, but you don't have to be fluent.
What clothing shall I bring to Mexico? I feel I messed up on this because it's in areas it's colder than you think. Places like San Cristobal, San Miguel de Allende, 3 degrees in the morning.
De Allende, isn't it?
De Allende, I don't know. But some places, the ones that are higher up, even in Mexico City, I'd say, in the mornings you'd want a jumper.
Yeah, definitely recommend bringing a pair of trousers or jeans, some trainers, just because you don't want to be closed feet, socks, and a jumper or maybe a jacket.
Probably 2
light
jumpers,
jacket, yeah.
Or 1 jumper, 1 jacket.
Like Joe was saying, it can get pretty cold without you realising, like in the early mornings or late at night. So it's definitely just to keep it a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, like in San Cristobal, I was wearing a t-shirt, a jumper, trousers to bed, still with like 3 blankets over me, and I was still cold.
I had my tracksuit, so it wasn't too bad. Pair of tracksuit, t-shirt and a jumper, that kind of sorted me out quite a bit. But yeah, definitely, most of the time, like you say, depending where you're going, if you're going along the beaches, you won't need a jump. Might just bring a jumper just in case, but other than that, if you're going city-wise, I'd take it just in case.
How long do you think you need to travel around Mexico?
If you want to do a lot of Mexico, e.g. Mexico City, Guadalajara, Palenque, so you're going
the less touristy
up
places.
north and then going right down south, and maybe going to the Caribbean coast or the Pacific coast. If you want to do the full range of Mexico, I'd definitely suggest over a month. We done 6 weeks and we still didn't really do the Pacific coast. So if you want to do both coasts, I'd definitely recommend at least
2 months.
2 months, 7-8 weeks, if you don't want to rush it too much and enjoy your time.
But I feel you can easily do as little as, I think you want minimum 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I did 2 weeks, I'd pick a small area and probably pick 3 places. So you could pick like the Cancun area, do Cancun, Holbox and Tulum maybe. Or you can pick Mexico City, do Guadalajara, maybe Guanajuato.
Like Joe said as well, Mexico City, Pebula, Guanajuato, Guadalajara. They're all quite close. Maximum about you're going to go to
3-4
Guadalajara.
hours normally.
Yeah, 3-4 hours on a coach, so it's not too bad. But yeah, you can definitely do as much as you want. Also, with the Caribbean coast, it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
i.e. Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and they're not very. We didn't really find them very backpacker destinations.
Yeah. I wouldn't solo travel there, to be honest. It's good if you know people there and you're willing to spend a bit more money, because they are like really nice places.
Yeah.
Similar to Europe, like Europe prices and a lot of Europeans there and
Yeah.
Americans.
Definitely for like a 2-week holiday, if you just want to sit by a beach and get drunk or just have a good time and just relax, I would recommend that side.
Is it easy to meet people solo travelling?
Out of talking out of our own experience, like me and Joe, we're both solo travellers, and yeah, we met on our first day in Mexico City and been travelling since then. So I've never had any problem with meeting and talking to people solo travelling. I find it very easy.
Yeah, I feel like everything, it ranges massively. I'd say places like Mexico City, we met probably the most people we've met. Sayulita, like places where it's more of a party hostel or just the hostel has a bar where it's more sociable.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to chat to people.
So if it doesn't have a bar, you're still going to meet people, but it's just a bit more secluded and you have to kind of make more of an effort. But you just have to be confident, and if you're good at talking to people and meeting new people and you like doing that sort of thing, then you have no problem with meeting as many people as you
Even
want.
if you aren't good, like you're forced to. When I first went to Asia, like the first few days I found it really awkward, but then you've got no option. It's either that or stay by yourself the whole time. So you just get used to chatting to people, and to be honest, the conversations are pretty easy. Just
They're all the
where
same
you're
normally.
from, where you're going, where have you been.
How long are you going for?
Yeah. Was there much variety in the food?
I feel like this is a very controversial question because before I came to Mexico, I've been to Mexico before just on a holiday, and that was in Tulum, so it was just quite the same. But everyone's got this persona about Mexican food back in England is amazing. You know, you've got fajitas, tacos, all this flavour. Probably for me, that's not the case in Mexico. Was not surprised, can't think of the word now for you guys, but I cannot think of a place that was like outstanding food. It was all just quite similar, quite basic, and you're just getting soft shell tacos pretty much for 6 weeks.
Yeah. They're still nice.
Yeah.
And like, for street stalls, they are nice food, but I wouldn't rave about the food, to be honest. And the best food we probably had was places like San Miguel, but they were in like nice restaurants that are a bit more touristy rather than the actual street stalls.
Yeah.
The food's all pretty similar, same through the whole of Central America, but we've actually found Guatemalan food better than Mexico food, to be honest. What are your top 3 places in Mexico?
Our top 3 places in Mexico would probably, number 1 would be Mexico City, just because of how surprised I was. I was only meant to stay there for 3 days. Originally I wasn't actually going to stay there. Was going to just book my flight straight down to the coast, but I was like, I have a few days to chill, and yeah, ended up staying for nearly a week. So it was very surprising, very busy, lots of things to do. You'll never be short of being bored. And again, people, you get yourself in a good hostel, you'll meet loads of people, and there'll be loads of things to go and do and see. Great city.
Yeah, that's where we did the hot air balloon over Titiwacan. We did the Island of the Dead Dolls, had mariachi bands on our boat. There's
walking tours.
Yeah. And like, it's a good place. Obviously, that was our first experience of Mexican food. So
Yeah.
there's so many street stalls there, and a good place to meet loads of people.
Very arty as well. There's a lot of districts, so you can go if you're not into doing hot air balloons or doing ruins and stuff like that. If you like art, there's big parks, there's museums.
Yeah, there's a lot of music.
There's lots of good culture and nice buildings. So it's got a bit of everything for everyone, I reckon.
What's your number 2?
Number 2, I would say, would be Palenque, just because we only had 2 days there, but for the 2 days we was there, we done some really good stuff. So like the ruins, like you've seen on our previous video, one of the best ruins we've been to in my life, and and the waterfalls, they were just stunning. And it was just nice to kind of get away from the hustle and bustle of the cities and enjoy something quite rural and in the middle of nowhere, really.
Yeah, I've got the same number 2 with Palenque. The waterfalls are like the best I've been to. It's a nice chilled place, and the only downfall with it is it's hard to get to. Like, how long was that?
So we got a bus from Merida to Palenque, and it took us 9 hours overnight.
Yeah.
So if you was in Merida, I'd definitely recommend the overnight, just so you can get there. And like us, you couldn't check in straight away, but you could go do the ruins. They're not far away, so it's never going to be like sitting around too much.
And your number 3?
Number 3 would be San Cristobal. The only reason it's at number 3, it would go higher, but it's because of the weather.
Yeah.
It is because it was cold and it's quite quiet. I didn't know if that's because of the time that we went or it just didn't seem too busy, which is also nice as well, but there wasn't much of like a nightlife or where you could maybe meet a few people. Our hostel was it was a nice hostel. It was only it was £5 a night, so it's quite basic, but
it's freezing.
Freezing, but it wasn't very sociable again. It didn't have a bar, so everyone was kind of like in couples or groups, so they were sticking to themselves.
But yeah, my 3rd is probably San Cristobal as well, but it's either that or Guadalajara, just because of tequila. So we did the day tour to tequila, so we got to drink tequila in tequila. So I think that was like one of my favourite like moments in Mexico. So it would be close between that and San Cristobal.
Yeah, honourable mention, I did really like the tequila tour. So my phone got nicked in Guadalajara, so it brings it down a little bit. But we was watching a great football game.
Oh yeah.
And we get to do tequila tour. So there was a lot of stuff to do as well. So it is a good little town. And just if you like tequila, it's a great place to go.
Yeah. So that's it with our questions. If you've got any more, put them in the comments and we'll try and answer them. And make sure you like, subscribe, and let us know if you want to know how to travel Mexico. So thanks for watching. See you later.
Ciao.